We started?
Hi, welcome to 48-hour art check. This is round 38, and we do not have an intro because Cory is
I'm on my
at a
bike.
gas station.
I'm at a gas station.
So, cue the intro. Okay, chop, chop, chop. All right,
All right.
48-hour art check. So we're gonna do this really quick, just because like Cory's remote. He's heading somewhere. Where are you heading, Cory? You're on a trip.
Just south of Salt Lake. I'm meeting up with my wife and kids down at my in-laws' house.
Nice. Like the rebel that you are, driving to meet the in-laws.
Well,
I
I had
love
to
it though. It's cool to see you with the bike. I rarely see you with your
yeah,
motorcycle.
it's a fun bike. It's pretty loaded right now. I got everything strapped to the back because I'm staying for a little while. It's
Nice.
more than I normally take, but I had to stick around because I wasn't done getting bids and stuff. And so they left a few days ago, but I still had a bunch of work to do. So I did that. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool that you're willing to kind of make that trek. That's a long trek in the middle of the night. So we'll keep this as brief as possible. So let's just get down to brass tacks. So I'll let you start. What goals did you want to achieve that you then what have you gotten done of your goals?
Yeah. So the two main things were I was working on my bids for the Comic Con I was going up against or going to, and interviewing Gaz. So I interviewed Gazbot. That was a great interview, super helpful. And then I got bids from a sticker guy that Holly Brown turned me on to. Um, and I went to my local print shop to get a bid for everything else. And so I've got to kind of narrow things down a little bit, but I have prices now so I can kind of make decisions. But I've got like 48 different designs that I'm bringing for stickers and about 20 to 25 designs I'm bringing for prints.
Yeah.
And then I've got to decide what I'm doing for postcards. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's good though. Like getting estimates and quotes and stuff is like that's a headache. So that's good that you're starting to kind of sounds like you're starting to hone it down. Yeah. So was that all, or you're good? You got your 30 seconds.
That's everything I've done. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
I mean, I spent several hours resizing 50 different things and putting my signature on it and stuff like that. So some of them I drew at a weird size, so I had to kind of like fill in some of the backgrounds and clone stamp some stuff to kind of make it fit.
Yeah, that's actually a lot of work. Doing like prep for print and stuff and getting bids, like that's a huge amount. So it's cool that you got that done. I'm not even. I would show it on the Hangout, but it's just to keep this kind of brief. I won't. But you guys can just check out my Instagram, and it's just Joshua Kemble. I think it's Joshua spelled out. I always forget, or Josh Kemble with K. On Instagram, you can kind of check out my current status, or just on Facebook. But yeah, so I just drew more kids from the crowd scene, and I'm probably about close to a quarter of the way through. So I'm hoping to make some headway tonight, and that was kind of my goal. And then I did post up the video that I created, the first typographic video, which I'm kind of excited about. So we'll have to touch base about that sometime in the future. But
it looks good.
Nice. That means a lot coming from you, sir. After Effects genius. So, all right. So let's get into challenges. Like, what kind of challenges did you come across this week?
Monotony was a huge challenge. Several things that I was doing were more time consuming than I had remembered them being. And then just like I haven't drawn anything for several days. So had a couple computer issues with trying to get files off of super old hard drives onto newer stuff. So it's just all the in between crap that happens in between art. That's kind of all of that.
Yeah, it's funny. There are different personalities, and some people like love production work because it's kind of it's kind of grunt work and it's very repetitive, but it's very time consuming and very like headachy. And then I think there's people like from what you're expressing, it sounds like we have this in common where I like that's the last thing I ever want to do is production work. It's just it's essential. It's important. I'm okay. I'm good at it when I do it, but man, it drives me nuts. So that's
Yeah.
like I said.
If
That's
I
a
ever
lot.
have to go back to an old drawing, it's the worst. To do anything to it, I just hate it.
Yeah.
I just want to move on and never look at it again.
No, I understand. It's funny. It makes me sympathetic to people who have to promote films they filmed like 2 years ago. You know.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh,
go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot. I heard back from the literary agent. Did I talk about that already? I can't remember what day of that week this happened.
I don't know if you talked about that on the art check, so let's go over that. We talked about it, I think, off the check. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, kind of positive, kind of negative, and so that's another thing that I'll be working on is some more pitches for some of those guys, and then I've kind of nailed down a few other people to go after as well. So, without giving away too many details there.
Yeah. I think that's good though, and it's good that you're gonna keep at it. Like the tough thing with all of this stuff, like the prepping files, the sending stuff out, it's all that in between work. Just I think it's really important to just try to stay positive and get through it because like that's the stuff that leads to great things. But it's weird because on one hand, like I think I've mentioned this before. On one hand, I'm kind of like, I can't wait to be where you're at, and on the other, I'm like, man, I'm glad to be drawing. you know.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, challenges have been just like still overtime at work, like a lot of overtime, and just trying to kind of maintain momentum and kind of keep all the plates spinning and like I literally got sick over the weekend, so it's just like it's one of those things of like the physical weight of doing a lot of overtime and then personal projects on top of it is really just hard to kind of keep the momentum going and keep moving on it. But I'm pretty persistent and stubborn about it, so I think I will continue. I just am going to be very conscientious of like potential burnout when doing that, you know. So, yeah. Which I'm sure you relate to too with a newborn. So, you know, it's like that's a fine line between burnout and like just functioning and getting it done. You know. So, okay. So, what are your plans? What are your plans for? I mean, obviously, you probably want to get to your destination. That would be a pretty quick plan.
Yeah, that's plan number one is to get to where I'm going tonight. I've got about 3 hours of driving left to go. But while I'm down there, I've got a couple ideas for some designs that I'd like to do. We'll see how that goes. But I brought my iPad Pro with me, so I'll be able to finish some stuff. And then I'm going to put together a few story treatments for some pitches for some future books to kind of see how. Sorry, not the trip. No, you're fine. To see how people go. How some agents feel about some of those because they're looking for like multiple books in a row. And then I need to decide for certain what I'm going to print. And so I've got to sit down and kind of crunch some numbers and do that. So it's going to be kind of a light art week in general. But I'm going to try to finish at least one thing outside of all the business stuff. So.
That sounds actually pretty ambitious because like that business stuff, like I wasn't kidding. If anybody's not done that, like prepped stuff for print, tried to get quotes, like tried to get estimates, it's you want to get a fair deal, so there's a little negotiation that has to happen. It's just And then prepping files, just I think just aiming to get anything done is a good aim. On top of that,
Yeah.
cool. So my my goal is just to hopefully get to the halfway point on this this page. So that's pretty much my goal. And then aside from that, just continue to work out, which I consider kind of part of the art thing because it's essential for me to, especially right now with all the overtime and potential burnout. It's like it's super important. So yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention I've been doing that.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been running running a mile every day and then doing a bunch of pull-ups and stuff.
So. So how long have you been at it? Like with that, like a
week and a half, 2 weeks, somewhere around there.
Nice. So is it starting to kind of get a little easier? Like,
I can't tell if the pants that I bought them too big or if I lost a bunch of weight. I don't know. My wife thinks I lost weight. I think I just bought big pants. So I'm not sure.
It's potentially possible because like the weird thing, like for me, I know when I haven't in a while, that first week is just like it's really rough and it's hard and it's like hell getting to it, and it's still not something I enjoy. Like I don't actually enjoy working out. Like I don't know if there are a lot of people who actually enjoy it, but like it seems like one of those things where you just kind of like once you're a couple weeks in, it starts becoming a habit, and then like it's the after thing that you get kind of hooked on. But I don't know, maybe you're a little different and you enjoy the process. I don't know.
I hate it. I hate every moment of it. I think it's the worst.
All right. All right. Well, drive safe, man, and we will. Well, I guess. Oh, okay. I should do the down scroll at the end, right?
Yes.
All right. So if you want to check out Cory, you should watch Scott Cirkland's channel. Watch Artcasters. Yesterday, he subbed in for me and did excellent. There's a lot of really cool stuff. But also check out Cory Kerr. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go to CoryKerr.com to like check out his art and all his cool stuff, and Instagram and all that. You can check out my work here on my YouTube's channel, which you're hopefully already subscribed to. Also hit the little bell if you want a notification every time we're doing something like this. And then, yeah, you can check out the band No Saboteurs, which is the music at the beginning with my band, and you can check them out at Facebook, No Saboteurs. Make sure you spell saboteurs correctly, E-U-R-S, which just kind of always throws people off. But all right, so that'll do it, and yeah, have a safe trip, Cory. I hope everybody else is doing well out there, and thanks for watching us live. All right, we'll see you guys in what, like a day?
A day or two, yeah.
A day or two. So sounds good.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye, Cory.